a mission to alleviate some of the hardship that people face on a daily basis during the winter months, and that is to do with safe and sustainable heating. I started the journey about 2 years ago, coming out of a degree of product design and technology.
You spend some time abroad, like in developing countries, you have some exposure in working with NGOs, helping with disaster-stricken areas, and also with people in crisis-affected environments.
The MatZero journey started many more years ago in my childhood. So I had, I guess, more of an unusual childhood where I moved around. So every 2 to 4 years, moved around mostly Southeast Asia, Middle East, etc. So I was exposed to, I'd say, probably a lot more than your average person growing up. So when it came to my opportunity at university to create a product, I really wanted to lean on that experience growing up and design a product that wouldn't just be another product for commercial sake, a product that was actually going to help people who had seen growing up. So yeah, I guess the journey really did start during my childhood and learning from different cultures around the world.
How has your initial concept evolved into what MatZero actually is today?
To be honest, the concept hasn't really changed since, which is fantastic. So the fundamental element of having an off-grid heating solution hasn't changed. So we have the solar panel, the battery, and the heated mat. However, the product does look completely different how it first started. So we've gone through countless of prototypes that we've tested in both labs and real world environments. So even now we have our pilot is currently being done in Nepal. So we're going to get amazing feedback from that to improve the product even further. So yeah, it's gone from something that I made on the kitchen floor at university with a lot more duct tape than I would have liked, versus to now a product that's made in real factories with materials, real materials. So it's, as a product designer, very exciting to see that transition and the product come to shape.
An idea like MatZero from concept to prototype and finally delivering it, like you mentioned, it's just like you said, a very complex process. So can you give us some insight into its prototyping, how the design is done, the materials?
So the materials that we're using today, we would have originally tested in the energy house. And the energy house is I'd like to describe it's the quickest way as a giant fridge. Picture 2 5-bed houses in a fridge. That's the sort of scale of the facility that we used. We had a tent in there, and we tested all sorts of different layers of materials, insulation materials, and sort of waterproof and weatherproof materials in there, with different sorts of heating elements, ranging from all sorts of commercially available heaters versus ones that we've actually put time and resource in developing into that lab. And so in a way, it was a process of elimination. What worked best, what combinations worked best to be both comfortable but efficient in producing heat.
When we think about conventional methods of heating up or providing heating solutions, it's never really sustainable, and it also comes with its own set of risks. It usually is a fire hazard as well. So how does MatZero address these concerns?
So in terms of its environmental emitter of CO2, the product doesn't emit any of that. So it's not only healthy for the planet, but healthy for yourself as well. The materials we have designed for repairability within our product. So that means that at some point within the product lifespan, you'd be able to disassemble the product and recycle its different components. Ultimately, I do want to improve on this even more and use different materials that are more sustainable in the first place, more sustainable to manufacture in the first place. But that's all long-term iterations that we can hopefully do over the course of MatZero. But from the very start, we have designed this right to repair within the product as well.
Your latest achievement, the award itself, has it changed anything at all in the terms of mission? Has it helped you, or how has it influenced your work in general?
No, yeah, we are incredibly proud. I mean, myself, I lead an all-female team. That's just the way it's worked out so far. And as a female team, we're so proud to have this award and recognition. So yeah, I think for us, it's a great motivator to have that recognition with all the hard work that behind the scenes. We're a small but mighty team, so that's been really nice. But in terms of exposure, this is exactly what MatZero needed for our mission and message that we're bringing to the world. Warmth for all is our slogan, and that's really what we're trying to push. So with the award, it's fantastic, to meet all the community of business women within that, and yeah, have the exposure that the cause deserves.
Can you tell us a bit about your team? I hear it's all women.
Yes. So in our immediate team, I've got 2 colleagues, and they're both female, incredibly experienced, both in the world of humanitarian and in business. So they're my rocks in the MatZero world. In the broader team, we do have lots of female engineers working on the project, male too, of course. But no, it's great to be female led and have my 2 colleagues by my side.
So for anyone who's going to be watching this, or anyone just interested in general, how would they be able to contribute to MatZero's mission? How can they be a part of the whole process?
So, very excitingly, we will be launching the product in the next 2 months. So you yourself will able to purchase a mat. So you're able to join the wait list at the minute, but in a couple of months' time, we actually be able to purchase one. And with every purchase, we dedicate funds to the development and research into deploying more mats into the field for humanitarian purposes. So by buying the mat, you're joining the mission as well.
Sounds wonderful. What else is there on the future list? What's your current goals, and what's going to be the future plans for MatZero?
So in terms of heating, we aim to help 1 million households by 2030. So we've got really high ambitions, but I think we're on the right track for that for sure. I'm very excited for things in the pipeline. But in terms of what MatZero is as a company, it's not just about heating. We want to be a humanitarian tech. Well, we are a humanitarian tech company. And so I hope in the future we can solve other problems with products. For example, the next one definitely on my list is cooling. This is a huge issue around the world. And with climate change, with more extreme weather, we're not only seeing colder, but hotter climates as well. So cooling is definitely next on my list.